What's up, YouTube, man? Welcome back to the channel. You guys know what we do here, man. We break down scary and creepy TikToks, man. TikToks that will give you chills, make you question your reality, raise your vibrations, anything and everything you can find right here on this channel. Once again, man, as you guys can see, I kind of messed with my setup once again, man, because I saw some of you guys comments and feedback. Some of you guys actually like my old setups, but some of you guys I still see said like how you don't want me to take half the screen, so I kind of met you out in the middle. Like I said, I made it a little bit bigger, but I'm not taking up half the screen. So I think this is like the perfect medium, and this is the perfect balance. So I think from here on going forward, like I said, I think this is gonna be my setup. Unless y'all just completely hate this, then I'll go back to my original setup. But let's rock with this one for a couple of days, man, and see what you guys think. Got a good one for you guys today, so let's dive on in.
These are the people that left almost 200 bodies in their funeral home to rot for over 4 years. They were stealing people's money, not actually cremating their loved ones, and let me just show you their Facebook post and what they were actually doing with this money. Here they are, August 10th, 2021, on a family vacation in New York City at the Empire State Building. In October of 2021, it looks like they were actually trying to buy his grandparents' old house. And they say, we had a cash offer ready to go. Wonder where all that cash came from. Here's November 9th of 2021. Looks like they're in South Beach, Miami now, which is not cheap. Staying at a hotel right on the beach. And here they are just 1 month later in December of 2021, bragging about their nice hotel in San Francisco. And then in February of 2022, another vacation, this time to Vegas. Him and his wife and his family all going on these vacations. Here's a post from December 2021 talking about how he's so happy with where his businesses are at, the right people in the right place doing the right thing at the right time. Yeah, you were never doing the right thing.
What kind of animal are you? Do you not?
So they freaking took all the funeral home money, man. They wasn't even doing their job, bro. Like to let those bodies rot for 4 years, man. They just going on these luxury vacations, acting like they doing what they're supposed to do, man. They just taking advantage of all those people, bro. All those corpses, man. It's just a sad reality, bro. People take advantage of a broken system, man. Tell me your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below.
I have a soul? I don't get it, Ellen.
I really don't have words. You lied, you cheated, you stole.
Convicted murderer Alec Murdaugh has been confronted in court by victims of his financial crimes. Murdaugh was sentenced to a further 27 years in prison after being found guilty of stealing millions of dollars throughout his law career.
I'm waiting instead of looking in your eyes. I'm crying for what he did to everybody in the suit.
You betrayed me and my family and everybody else. And you did it at a cost of my mom's death.
They lost a mother, and you stole every dime from them? I just don't understand. Did you not have a soul?
Alec seemed unemotional as he faced his victims before standing to address them.
I did terrible things. Each of you placed your trust in me.
This sentencing adds to the 2 life sentences Alec Murdaugh is already serving for the murders of his wife and son.
This is the story of Morgan Nick, who still has not been found.
So on top of stealing money, millions upon millions of dollars, he also murdered his family, bro. And like you just saw in his face, like how he showed no shred of freaking remorse or decency, man. He just didn't care, bro. Just a truly evil being, man. Thoughts down below.
Found 27 years later. On June 9th, 1995, at around 10:45 p.m., 6-year-old Morgan was abducted from a Little League ball game in Arkansas. This day, Morgan's mother was invited to this game by her friends, and she decided to bring her daughter Morgan. At around 10:30 p.m., Morgan asked her mother if she can go and play with 2 friends behind the field at a park, and at first her mom had a weird gut feeling, so she said no, but then her friends told her that it was completely safe, so she changed her mind and she let Morgan go. The game finished only 15 minutes after Morgan ran off to play, but that was enough time for Morgan to go missing. The two kids that ran off with Morgan to play came back to the field once the game was over, but Morgan was not with them. When asked where Morgan was, these two little kids said that they stopped at the parking lot to clean sand from their shoes, and Morgan stayed there, so they thought that she was going to wait for her mom at the parking lot. The two little kids do recall an older man by this description that stood by his red pickup truck and just stared at them while they played. What's terrifying is that on that same day, another mother called police and told them that a man with the same description and same truck tried to lure her daughter into his vehicle. And again, the day after Morgan went missing, a man with the same description tried to kidnap a 9-year-old girl. Police spent many years trying to find Morgan, but unfortunately she was never found. Her parents do have hope and believe that she is still alive. Morgan would be 34 years old right now, and they believe that she would look somewhat like this.
It's crazy, bro. Try to kidnap
The
multiple
3
kids.
deadliest gangs groups in the world. Number 3, Mara Salvatrucha, MS-13. Originating in Los Angeles and spreading across the Americas, Mississippi.
Heard of them.
MS-13 embodies modern urban terror. Their trademark tattoos, often on their faces, symbolize allegiance to the gang. MS-13 is infamous for sadistic violence, including machete attacks and gruesome initiation rituals, rivaling established gangs globally. Number 2, Yakuza, Japan. This enigmatic empire is involved in various activities, from gambling to prostitution, and is one of the world's oldest criminal groups. With strict codes and intricate hierarchies, the Yakuza operate discreetly but frequently make headlines. The most startling aspect is their commitment to yubitsume, where they ritually remove finger joints to atone for failures. Before revealing the number 1, remember to subscribe and like the video. Number 1, the Mexican cartels, including the Sinaloa, Jalisco New Generation, and Los Zetas, are synonymous with violence and terror. Their influence extends far beyond borders, causing chaos and bloodshed. Armed with military-grade weaponry, their brutality leaves a trail of beheadings, massacres, and mass graves.
Number 1.
Cartel, man. Dangerous group.
Correct. Wait. You don't remember what she looks like?
How the hell did you saw that freaking recording? He was 1 second he was there, and 1 second he was at the end of the hallway. I wonder what happened to him. I don't know if that's an edit or something actually legit happened. What do you guys think, man? In the comment section down below.
But this is Erica Butts and Shanita Cunningham. They were both charged with homicide by child abuse in Somerville, South Carolina. Butts, who was best friends with the child's mother, was supposed to be caring for the toddler for 2 weeks. The child was only 3 years old. She died from her injuries, reflecting weeks of torture, a time frame that matched the time she had spent with Butts and her lover at the time, Cunningham.
What must have been the excruciating sounds that came from that child is more than disconcerting to this court.
After both women were found guilty, the judge now hands down their sentence.
The court finds it appropriate that each be sentenced to the State Department of Corrections for a period of life.
They were just sentenced to life in prison.
They know what they did. Why they acting like that?
Butts and Cunningham are reportedly at separate prisons serving their life sentences.
Children who
What's with people, man, who freaking act like that, bro? Like, they do this horrendous crime, and then when the consequences come, they acting all surprised or get all hysterical, delirious. I'm like, you guys, you know that heinous act that they knew was gonna have consequences, man. I just can't believe it, bro. That people like that still exist, man. So what do you guys think?
disappeared without a trace. Madeline McCann. She disappeared from her bed in a vacation apartment in Portugal. Dennis Martin. He disappeared in the Tennessee National Park at the age of 6 years old.
This guy painted his face every single day for
Stop it.
years to save his career until one day something clicked. The guy had a condition called vitiligo and felt embarrassed. He was also a TV reporter who had to go on TV every single day. Once he noticed that his skin was rapidly changing, he began to do anything he could to save his career. He would put on makeup every single day and none of his coworkers ever noticed. He would go on TV looking like this because he didn't want anyone to know about his vitiligo. But one day something clicked and he decided not to be ashamed anymore. He then posted this picture to social media and got a lot of positive feedback.
People who got...
It's like you never know, man, what people are going through and what people do, I guess, to change their freaking appearance. Because, like I said, those two pictures, you put them side by side, man, and you would never guess that person, bro. And he had to do that every single day, and he just got tired and just decided to live his truth, man. He got positive results. Just to show you, man, sometimes you just gotta be your true self in this world, bro.
Stuck and die. This is Aurora Sheffel.
Every day at the beach turned tragic after a freak accident took the life of a 14-year-old girl Saturday afternoon. The horrific incident occurred at Oregon's South Jetty Beach as Aurora Sheffel and a friend posed for photos atop a log on the surf. Her pal had just jumped off when a wave hit the log, causing Sheffel to fall and hit her head and neck. The heavy, waterlogged trunk then rolled over her legs, pinning her down. As her two friends frantically tried to lift the log, more water came in and rolled the massive piece of wood over her body. Bystanders eventually managed to free the young cheerleader, but it was too late. A GoFundMe account set up to pay for funeral expenses has already collected over $9,000, nearly double the original goal of $5,000.
Oregon Beach. How big driftwood can be. Another photo of Aurora.
Tragic, bro. Something's chasing him.
Photos taken before disaster. This woman didn't know she was posing for her last photograph. Let's enhance it with sharp AI. Christine Thornton disappeared in 1977, and no one knew what had happened to her until they found this picture among the batch of photographs taken by Rodney Alcala. Her family was finally able to know the truth, and her remains were found in 1982, in the same spot where this photo was taken.
Celebrities that disappeared.
So whoever took that photo committed that heinous act, man, just took her life, bro. And that photo, it was the key to link to her family finally getting justice all those years later. Like I said on previous videos, man, it's the simplest thing, man, that will get, I guess, the person caught or the truth will be revealed, man. Just the simplest things, man. That's why you always gotta pay attention, man. Tell me what you guys think down below.
And were never found. Bison Dele played in the NBA for 8 years and even won a championship with Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls in 1997. In 1999, he abruptly retired from basketball at the age of 30, walking away from a 5-year, $36 million contract. On July 6, 2002, Dele, his older brother Miles Debord, his girlfriend Serena Carla, and skipper Bertrand Saldo left Tahiti on Dele's catamaran. Only Debord was seen or heard from after July 8th. 2 months later, Debord was caught in Phoenix trying to buy $150,000 worth of gold using his brother's name, but he was not arrested. Dele's boat was eventually located in Tahiti, riddled with bullet holes that had been patched up. Debord was suspected of killing all three and dumping them overboard, but he took his life via an insulin overdose in September 2002, before he could be charged with anything. The bodies of Dele, Carla, and Saldo have never been found.
His own brother did that, man? It's evil, bro. Tried to kidnap that little boy. And he was caught in 4K.
Having at its core the abduction by you on 5th February 2023 from a public street in Galashiels of a young girl who just turned 11 years of age. Your victim was unknown to you. You picked her up in your car while dressed in female clothing. You took her to your house in Gattonside, Melrose, where you kept her confined in your bedroom and repeatedly sexually assaulted her. Police sergeant who spoke to the risk assessor in this case advised that the lock on the outside of the bedroom appeared new. The sexual assaults perpetrated by you against your victim included the digital penetration of and licking of her vagina and anus in a variety of positions over a 27-hour period. The narrative of your offending in this case, which was read out in court on the occasion of your last appearance, was frankly nauseating in its level of depravity and criminal deviance.
It's a sick and disgusting individual, man. Hell, those sick things boy did to freaking person that young, bro. Like I said, man, this world can be truly evil, bro. Crazy.
These are the heartbreaking final texts of a victim from the Pulse nightclub shooting. Pulse was one of the biggest nightclubs in Orlando, Florida. On the evening of the 11th of June 2016, they were hosting a Latin night. Pulse was a gay nightclub and they regularly had drag queens performing for the crowds. Around 2 a.m. of the morning of the 12th of June, an attack began. Suddenly, a man opened fire on around 300 people that were inside the venue. Initially, there was confusion and some people thought that it was firecrackers or part of the music. At 2:09, the club posted on Facebook, "Everyone get out of Pulse and keep running." The gunman had exchanged fire with a policeman at the door who was working that night. Now, Imran Yusuf, who was a veteran working as a bouncer, recognized the sound of gunfire. He jumped over a locked door where behind people were hiding in fear. He opened a latched door behind them, allowing around 70 people to escape. His quick thinking undoubtedly saved many lives. Police raced to the scene and a battle began inside which forced the gunman back. Terrifyingly, he took several hostage in the toilets at the back of the building. He warned police that he had explosives. During this time, terrified partygoers text loved ones to try and get help. 30-year-old accountant Eddie Justice sent these heartbreaking texts to his mum. At 2:45 a.m., the gunman, identified as Omar Mateen, called News 13 of Orlando. He announced that he was the shooter and he stated his reasons for doing so. Hostage negotiators were called in and police decided to storm the building at around 5 a.m. Dozens of people who had been cowering in another bathroom managed to flee before the gunman emerged. Another gunfight ensued between the gunman and police until they finally shot him dead. 49 people died and 58 were injured. At the time, it was the worst mass shooting in modern US history until 2017 when the Las Vegas shooting occurred.
Photos of people.
All those people gone, man. Damn. I remember that story when I was freaking. I think I remember it, like I said, hearing that story because it was such a huge story, but I didn't realize the details and stuff that went into that, man. Crazy, bro. Damn, man, all those damn freaking people, bro. And like all those freaking fighting that ensued. I didn't even know you took hostages, bro. That's just. I need you guys' thoughts, man, in the comment section down below.
People before and after they went missing. Number 1, Riker Webb. Riker Webb went missing and was found 4 days later on his own in a completely rural area. Number 2, Brenda Heist. Brenda Heist went missing for 11 years. Daughter, family, everybody sent search parties looking for this woman, and 11 years later she turned up looking like this. Steve Carter. Now this is an interesting one. Steve Carter was searching an online forum when he came across a missing child case. He realised that the child was him. Imagine finding this out online as a grown adult. If you like anything weird, scary or a little bit creepy, please support my channel by giving me a follow.
It's crazy, bro.
These are people who have gone missing in 2023. This is Joshua Amos, who is 32 years old. He has been missing since March 19th, 2023 after leaving a strip club in Washington Park, Illinois. His mother, Christine Simpson, said his disappearance is something that Joshua just wouldn't do. He was seen on video leaving Scarlet Strip Club on Berkman Road in Washington Park at 5 a.m. on March 19th. Surveillance cameras from a trucking company on Lincoln Avenue captured Joshua's image at 7:28 a.m. that day. The trucking company and the strip club are about 4 miles apart. Illinois State Police and a search dog looked for Joshua on March 24th, but nothing was ever found. His family and friends continue the search to this day, hoping they will find him ever since his disappearance. Up next is Jordan Taylor, and at 4:18 p.m. on January 6, 2023, Jordan Taylor, who is 29, changed his Facebook profile picture to a selfie of him wearing a white mask.
Weird.
Later that day, Jordan went to a barber shop located on Hillside Avenue in Queens, New York, and at 6:48 p.m. he abruptly left in the middle of his haircut, telling his barber that he had to go after receiving a phone call. Jordan was later seen standing outside of the barber shop for 5 to 10 minutes. Around 9 p.m. that same day, phone records show that Jordan went to the Port Authority bus terminal, where he seemingly spent some time up until midnight. On January 7, 2023, phone records tracked Jordan to a location near a club. Between 12:11 a.m. and 1:04 a.m., and around 2:30 a.m., Jordan was last seen at security footage walking by himself near Lower Manhattan. Jordan never returned home and hasn't been found or heard from since. On January 7th, his phone was found near that same club he was at 1:30 a.m. The authorities reviewed the video footage from outside the club he was at, but didn't see Jordan enter or exit the club at any point. And around 9 a.m., his wallet was found, which contained some cash and all of his credit cards. The police also found no evidence of foul play in Jordan's disappearance. His case is currently active and is still ongoing to this day. This might be one of the scariest things that can ever happen to a human, mainly because can you just imagine going missing and nobody ever finding you or talking to you again? I don't know, the thought about that is just terrifying, and hopefully they are found soon.
Those missing person cases, bro. Like you say, you sounded perfectly, man. Like, it's freaking scary. Like, one day you can just be out doing your thing, out in business, and you could just, like, vanish off the face of the earth, man. And nobody knows what happened to you, bro. It's just, like, it's a scary thought, man, to think about, bro. Always gotta be freaking aware of your surroundings, man, because you never know what could happen. Tell me your thoughts down below. How's that?
You see that way that I crept in, man, I was shot that all of the brethren left him down.
Who does that? So young, man. Man, it's like these freaking people who do this heinous acts, like they just how they show no mercy. Like, bro, you do that and then you record on Snapchat, which you did, acting like you ain't gonna get caught. Like people, the cops can't link that, put two and two together, man. It's like idiots, bro. Murders can be like one of the freaking stupidest, dumbest people on earth, bro. It really doesn't make any sense, man. Tell me what you guys think, bro, about that case down below.
The Funky Town Killers might have another video, and I'm about to explain it. The video begins in a well-lit white room with white tiles on the floor. The tiles look extremely identical to the ones in Funky Town. In the opening seconds of the video, one of the killers is holding up a still beating heart to the camera, and while this is happening, you can hear the cameraman laughing hysterically. And you then realize there are multiple cartel members in the room, and there are two dead guys lying on the ground. After the opening seconds, the camera goes to one of the victims' corpses on the ground, and since there are two dead victims with their hearts ripped out of their bodies, there is literally blood everywhere. The camera then stays on one of the victims' bodies, and one of the cartel members then starts to behead him. And once the beheading was completed, the cartel members began to play soccer with the victim's head. The cameraman gets involved, and they all begin kicking the head around, having fun. They are laughing, cracking jokes, and it's absolutely sickening. Every time the head is kicked around, you see the blood trail it leaves behind on the white tile floor. After this, they then pose with the head and hold it up to the camera. The camera then pans to the other victim's body on the floor, and you can see another cartel member dismembering the victim's arm. You see him slicing away with a knife. The camera then goes back to the other victim's body, and you can see that they removed one of his arms, and at this point, one of the cartel members gets down on his knees and begins having an arm wrestle with the severed arm of the victim, just laughing. It's absolutely horrible and disturbing, and the video then concludes. Now, the video doesn't show the killings, but it's safe to assume they were carried out shortly before the video was recorded, since at the beginning of the video there was a beating heart. Now, not only is the brutal nature of the video terrifying, but also the setting of it. The setting looks exactly like the setting of the infamous video Funky Town.
Dude, at the same
and
place?
Many people who saw both videos are convinced it's the same room Funky Town was done in. But nothing at this point is 100% confirmed. But assuming from the gruesome nature of the video and the white tiles, I do believe this was the same room Funky Town was done in. This video is extremely disturbing, and the cartel members laughing, having a good time, while kicking the victim's head around is just something you don't want to see. Please never go searching for this video because you will regret it.
We're starting.
Crazy, bro. Tell me in the comment section down below, man, do you guys think that was the same place that the Funky Town incident happened in, bro? Seemed like it, man. All those freaking horrendous acts done in that same location. That needs to be stopped, man.
To learn more about the recent arrest of El Nini, a high-level enforcer in the Sinaloa cartel. El Nini is responsible for hundreds of violent crimes, including murder. He, for years, has led the Los Chapitos security faction of the Sinaloa cartel. He is feared, he is depraved, and he is callous. Well, the U.S. government is using El Nini, again, like they normally do, as a sacrificial lamb to make it look like they actually care about the war on drugs. Now, as I said in a recent video, it was clear that the Sinaloa cartel gave up El Nini. They were upset about his recent disloyalty by trying to create his own group, and the heads of Los Chapitos gave him up. And now he will be extradited likely to the United States, which, as many people know, once you are extradited to the United States, that's the end. You are not going to run your network from prison. El Nini is done, and it's likely that he never sees the light of day again. He is one of the most callous killers in Mexico, and he leads a faction in one of the biggest drug organizations on the planet. This is a prize catch for the United States government, and Joe Biden recently did a victory lap in regards to this. Now, until El Nini gets extradition, he will sit at El Altiplano. Altiplano is the most secure prison in Mexico. However, if you follow cartel news, you know it is not escape-proof. Several years ago, Joaquin El Chapo Guzman was able to escape through a vent hole in a shower stall. So it's not impossible. However, it's likely that El Nini is carefully watched due to the fact that he is such a prized catch to the federal government in this case. Now, what the United States government will do is what they did to Ovidio Guzman Lopez, who was recently arrested as well. El Nini will be looked at as the reason fentanyl has spiked in America, and they will try to paint him as the reason for it. Understand this, the United States government does not care about any of this stuff. They're just trying to do this to impress people, but don't let it impress you. They don't actually care about taking drugs off the street. And people like this are people that are criminals and they're dangerous killers and should be in prison. However, El Nini is not the reason fentanyl and the drug trade has gotten completely out of control in this country. Remember, the government doesn't care about you. They watch from their ivy towers and allow this stuff to happen. However, El Nini will be in U.S. custody pretty soon, and he likely will never see the light of day again.
What the hell is that? That's at it. He was talking about that freaking. He was talking about the drug trade, stuff like that, fentanyl in America. I think what he said actually has some truth. He said how they really, I guess, don't care, and they were just using it as for the public perception, man, for a win. Cause I have heard that like how like it has been spiking and stuff like that. While the fentanyl stuff is like way more than what it used to be. Man, like I said, man, you just gotta, I guess, pay attention, man. Do your own research, man. About that government. So, like I said, don't believe me. Don't believe the videos, man. Like I said, it's always up to you guys to decide to do your own research, man. Cause you never know, man. You gotta learn this stuff yourself. But yeah, that's it, man, for this video for you guys today. Like I said, guys, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, man, so we could get into this algorithm, man, even faster. Once again, what do you guys think of this setup? Like I said, I kind of met you guys in the middle because you said how some people said they like my old setup, but I still saw the comments. They was like they don't want it to take up half the screen, so I met in the middle. Like expanding my screen a little more, but it still doesn't take up half the screen. So I think this is the way to go. Tell me in the comment section down below, man. Like I said, I'm open to any and all criticisms, man. Just trying to make the view and the experience better for you guys. Guys, I'll catch me in the next one, man. I'm out. Peace, YouTube.